मशहूर निर्देशक मणिरत्नम की ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट फिल्म पोन्नियिन सेल्वन 30 सितंबर को दुनिया भर में तमिल, तेलुगु, हिंदी, कन्नड़ और मलयालम भाषा में रिलीज होने जा रही है। फिल्म को लेकर दर्शकों में भी खासा क्रेज देखने को मिल रहा है। वहीं अब खबर है कि PS1 को दर्शक महज 100 रुपए में देख सकेंगे। इसके लिए निर्देशक मणिरत्नम ने मुंबई के मल्टीप्लेक्स चेन से बात की है। हाल ही के दिनों में नेशनल सिनेमा डे के मौके पर सभी फिल्मों की टिकट की कीमत 75 रुपए की गई थी। वहीं अब दर्शकों को PS1 भी 100 रुपए में देखने का मौका मिल सकता है। बहरहाल फिल्म कैसी होगी और इसके किरदार किस रंग में नजर आएंगे, इसी को लेकर फिल्म के स्टार कास्ट ने मीडिया से बातचीत की।
Everybody has interest. There will be people who like science, astronomy, geography, history. But I think the most important thing is history. As children, all of us have listened to stories of the past. Whether it's Chandamama, do you have Chandamama in Hindi?
Yes, yes.
Whatever.
Amar Chitrakam.
All those are stories we hear. We've been told stories about the past, about kings, about our. We've had such an illustrious past. Just a small thing that I want to bring to your notice. We all talk about the pyramids and how could they have possibly built it? How did they do it so many years ago? But do you know that in India we have so many temples, but the one with the highest Gopuram is there in Tanjavur, which is where the Chola dynasty had happened, and his role, Rajaraja Cholan, had built it. That particular temple has the highest Gopuram in the whole world. The top stone alone, it's a single stone that weighs 80 tons. 80 tons, not 1 ton or 2 tons. And how did they do it? But do we know that? We all go to the pyramids, we go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Someone said something very nicely. He said, we are actually appreciating a building that doesn't stand. It's falling over and wow, let's take a picture, let's take a selfie, and we're getting excited. But we have temples today that stand and they didn't use plaster. Do you know that for this particular stone, they had to use a ramp, which was 6 kilometers long, which was pulled by bulls, elephants, and people. 6 kilometers long to get it up there, without any machinery, without any cranes, without anything. And they didn't have plaster. It's withstood 6 earthquakes. You know what happens when an earthquake comes? Without plaster. What they have done is they have an outer wall, then inside that they have a corridor of 6 feet, which is an open, just a corridor, and then they have another structure inside which goes all the way to the top, which is why they can withstand earthquakes, which is why they stood so long. So these are all things that we need to know about. This particular king has built 5,000 dams in his time, and he's made a water management ministry in that time. He's had elections for the village leaders. He's asked them to name cities after women. Why should it only be men? Why can't it be named after a queen? And they've had hospitals, free hospitals, brought loans. I mean, he used to give loans. He used to help people get dignity, not just throw money around. So this is something that's so illustrious.
A lot of people asked me, actually told me, playing Kundavai would have been so different for you because it's a woman who belongs to that era, and you've played characters which are pretty strong and a very, today's woman. But besides the physicality of the character, I could totally relate to Kundavai, even though she belonged to a totally different era, because she by herself is very, very empowered. And to be honest, we come from a blessed generation where, I feel very empowered today, but in that era, it was very, very difficult. I mean, a woman even voicing something in a kingdom where the men would be like, who is she to just walk into a kingdom and say this,
I mean, there are many here who have children, and seeing a period drama is always exciting. And she did get the opportunity to visit on set, and it was mesmerizing. I could see that in her eyes. But I think my admiration for working with him, she already has she respects him, she's in awe of him, and his affection is so sweet. And I think what excited her the most is the one day when she came on set, "Mauka nahi chhode." Clever, good.
I don't have the lyrics, but I can do the Tamil version. Ponni nadi pakkanome katta pola kannik pengal kananome katta
क्या
Kaveri se.
क्या बात है, थैंक यू सो मच।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, खिलाफ न्यूज।